Good morning, guys. Today I'm talking to you from El Camino. Last night was uneventful, other than the only bar in town being closed on Wednesday. I had to have dinner at the supermarket. I had a little lasagna, microwave lasagna. I went to sleep at 9, woke up this morning at 6. It was an extremely cold night. I mean, my sleeping bag is rated for 40 degrees and it got down to the low 30s. That's why this morning I decided, in order to conserve battery, not to start filming in town. So here we are next to the river that we're gonna be tailing all the way to Pamplona. I just made it to Suriani, this little town, where I'm gonna be having breakfast, because the albergue where I was staying last night did not offer any food. That's a trade-off between staying on the tourist hubs or in the smaller towns. So I just had breakfast, café con leche and tortilla española, Spanish omelet. Seems to be the usual for me. And after taking a quick break, I'm gonna head out. So here's the duality of El Camino. Sometimes you find yourself walking in the most remote places, like forests and such. It's starting to warm up already. And sometimes you're walking on the side of the road. Testing. Does it sound better? Well, that is because I took a break and got a chance to change the battery on the microphone. After leaving Suriani, El Camino winds its way through farmlands, bordering the Arga River, and at times even crossing the highway. What do they got in there, gold? An hour and a half later, I reached the town of La Trinidad, with its magnificent medieval bridge, its 6 arches and spectacular waterfall. This Romanesque building dates back to the 12th century, and it used to be of great importance to the pilgrim, especially the albergue and the hospital that were housed inside. La Trinidad blends into Burlada, and for the first time I find myself in a big city. A strange feeling now that I'm accustomed to the peacefulness of the countryside. Taking a quick break just outside of town. By crossing this bridge, I made it to Pamplona. Now today was a short day in order to spend some time in this great city where they have the running of the bulls. Should I go for it? Catedral de Santa Maria is the pride and joy of Pamplona. I can only imagine the craziness of this place in June, when everyone turns their attention to one thing for 1 week: the running of the bulls. I'm standing on the very spot where they keep the bulls right before they release them on the street. I can only imagine the anticipation of that first firecracker 15 minutes before the bulls are released. The second one must crack like an explosion throughout town, and then the madness begins. Run, bitch! People running, stumbling over each other, the bulls, the yelling, the craziness, the chaos, the madness of the situation. Everyone runs out of their way, trying to stay clear of the horns. And this is where it all ends, at the Plaza de Toros, where 19,000 screaming spectators get to see the slaughter of the bulls. What is so hard about the running? I mean, the bulls are not that menacing. He's standing right behind me, right? Come to think about it, maybe this running is not for me. this running around takes me to Plaza del Castillo, where I decide to take a 5-minute break for some people watching, right before finding the municipal albergue, where I settle in for the afternoon. The albergue I'm staying in Pamplona is actually a church that was converted into a hostel. It has a courtyard, washer and dryer, has a lot of beds, and it's close to the center of the town. I'm gonna call it a night, but before I do, I want to tell you that I went out with 5 of my new friends that I met here on El Camino. 3 of them are from Spain, and 1 of them is German. One of the guys actually lives in this city, in Pamplona, and he showed us around. This city at night gets wild. I'm telling you, the contrast between what it looks like in the morning with all the coffee shops and all these people out partying, drinking, eating pinchos, it's just way too much. Look at this guy. Now that's what I'm talking about.